Hey, you're watching HuffPost Live. I'm Mark Lamont Hill. You also know Tiana Paris as Dawn Chambers. She's Don Draper's secretary in AMC's hit show, Mad Men. But now she's working on a new show produced by none other than LeBron James. Plus, she's hitting the big screen in three new movies. Check her out alongside A-listers Paul Rudd and Amy Poehler in They Came Together.
Hey, Molly. Had a great time the other night. Sorry, I got weird at the end there. I've been going through a lot recently, and I was just feeling all green beans. No. Hey, Molly. Pancakey.
Molly, I think your friend Joel is here, and it looks like he's rehearsing an apology speech.
Oh, no. Someone else, or touch someone else, or allow them to help, heal someone that they know. Yeah.
No, that's really helpful. There's some people in the HuffPost Live community that are dying to talk to you. Okay. They're gonna be in that box over there we talking about.
Okay, all right.
Let's bring up a couple people. First is actually a video comment from Tosh Jeffries. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Tosh is gonna be there in 1 minute. Here she go.
On behalf of all the natural women everywhere, thank you so much for being a trailblazer and doing your thing with natural hair. But my question to you is, when you look back at your career, your acting, what is the legacy that you'd like to leave for all the young women coming after you so you can say, this is my contribution?
Oh, thank you, Tosh Jeffries. That was very sweet of you. A recent death, and you just watch him deal with that. And I play David's sister, and yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Before you go, and Tasha alluded to this question,
okay,
but everybody who has heard you're gonna be here is asking about this.
Okay.
Now you gotta worry about it. It's a natural hairpiece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like,
okay.
Yeah, no.
What did they know? Okay.
No, we don't know about that yet. Wait for TMZ. No, it's
oh gosh.
just natural hair. I mean, you were one of the few people who walked the red carpet with natural hair, and a lot of people. You have obviously a team of people who will support you and love you for that. You know what I mean?
Thank y'all.
And I'm sure that means a lot to you. But what's it like to deal with that in a place that doesn't usually value Black people, African features, all that stuff, hair, skin, hips, lips, all that?
All of it, because I got it all of that. When I first started in film, and I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but I very much tried, and not consciously, but I tried to be what I saw, because that's what I saw growing up. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be beautiful. Who doesn't want to be beautiful? And so consciously or unconsciously, you try to mimic what you see. And I just had this moment where I was actually in Harlem, and I was walking with my girlfriend, and I saw this girl who, her hair was gorgeous. And I looked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish my hair could do that. And my friend was like, it can. I was like, no, it can't. And she was like, yeah, you would just wet it and twist it, which I now know was a twist out. But at that moment, I did it, and I was like, girl, when I wet my hair, it just gets so straight. And she really looked at me like, are you serious? And I at that moment, I was like, oh yeah. She said, it's because you perm it. And it, I guess like Oprah says, it's that aha moment. And I realized, oh, I have no clue what my hair does naturally, like what my hair looks like. So going natural really was just a challenge to myself. Like, because I wanted to see what it did, what it looked like, because I hadn't seen it since I was a little girl. And then, even then, I didn't do it. So, so it started off as a challenge to myself, and I transitioned by wearing weaves, and then every few weeks I would take it out and see how much was afro and how much was still straight, and then put it back up and, cut off some as we went along. And then it came the time where it was time to wear it out, because it had already, it was all transitioned, all the perm was off. And
were you nervous?
I cried.
Really?
I cried. I was not used to seeing myself like that. I did not want to walk outside. I had to have, goodness, my girlfriend, the same one who a year or so before had said, no, your hair can't do that. She had to literally come over to my house and walk me outside, because it was such an emotional experience. And it wasn't just about hair. It was what my perception of beauty was and had been for all of my life. And then I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, that doesn't look like what I thought was beautiful. And so we literally held hands walking down, what was that, Park Ave, 135th and Park Ave. And that was my first moment in the world with my natural hair. And I know it doesn't matter, but that day I got so many compliments on my big afro, and it wasn't even this big, but my afro. And I was like, are they talking to me? Oh, okay. And it was really that moment of, okay, I can do this. And that was my beginning of my journey into being natural. And since that day, it's still been hard at moments. It wasn't like, oh, I was fine after that, No. It takes time. And
especially with the world giving so many competing messages about what beauty's supposed to look like.
Exactly. And so, at this moment, it's not like I'm standing on a soapbox or anything, or like it's my mission or anything, but I really am personally, beyond what anybody else thinks or cares about, am trying to live in my truth and change the way I view beauty. And if other people's perceptions change while I'm trying to work on myself, then that's great. And hopefully, a few little brown girls out there who look and say, oh, look, I want, my hair like that. And hopefully sooner than me, the age I was when it happened to me. So,
well, with all your success and your beauty, I can't imagine that it won't happen for a whole lot of brown girls. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mark. This was fun. Thank y'all.
Do not forget, They Came Together. It'll be in theaters. Actually, it's in theaters right now. You can also click on the links in our resource well for more information on Tiana and all of her 17,000 projects. Stay with us here at HuffPost Live. Much more coming up.